If I told you my whole makeup look is from the Dollar Tree, would you believe it? I probably wouldn't believe it, but this whole makeup look is from the Dollar Tree. And if you want to see and you want to know more about it, tune in and let's dive into the video. Hello, my lovelies. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see by the title, we are doing a full makeup look with the dollar store makeup. Every single thing is from the dollar store. I could not find a primer, so here I'm using my own personal primer, oily skin friendly because your girl has oily skin. So I got three different concealers because I wasn't really sure which shade. These two right here look very similar to each other. This is from the Mercery, that's the brand. Full coverage concealer, this is number 119, this is number 116. They're pretty close to each other. This one has a more red undertone, this one has a more gold undertone, and then I got a lighter concealer from Be Pure. This one will be more for like a highlight. I'm starting with the one that's a little more goldish. I think this is the 116. And these are LA. Are these Lumesery or LA? I feel like most of the makeup is either LA Colors or Lumesery. But I just went ahead and put it all over my face, y'all. I did not get any foundation. I don't believe this particular dollar store had a foundation. I've seen other Dollar Trees with foundations, but so I just went in with the concealers and I'm just gonna build it up. Like I did the darker one, the 119 around my pedicures, and I did the goldish one around the middle. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just, blend, blend, blend. This is literally, I think, the best item from the dollar store that I found is this brush. It's an angled brush. It's so sturdy and it looks so expensive, y'all. The brush is really good. I think it's my favorite item. And in the middle, around my eyes, I went with this lighter one. It's very light, but I made it work. I literally just added it in the corner of my eyes and my nose to add that little highlight. As you can see on my face, I was getting a little nervous. I made it work. I forgot to show you guys this beauty blender, but I actually also find a beauty blender. I think I forgot to film this part, or my camera was off when I was showing you guys, but it actually comes in a case as well. And after this, I went ahead with a bronzer. This bronzer is a little too gold to be a bronzer. Like, I feel like in the future I'll use it more as a highlighter, but it's such a pretty gold. But for my skin tone, I feel like my bronzer gotta be a little bit darker for it to work. I also get this, is this an LA color? It's a powder. I started slowly because I wasn't sure if this was gonna match my skin. So I was a little hesitating. I started slowly, but it worked. So I just went ahead and got tapped face. Most of these base products are more of a medium or light coverage, but they are buildable, and that's what I did here. I really just built, like I built my base um, with the concealers, and now I'm just building the second layer of my base with this powder, which is giving me some coverage, enough coverage that I wanted. Here, I just remember that I also bought some sponges, but I would rather use my own sponge, but those pink sponges are more of a silicone type of texture. I'll use them next time. This is me realizing that I had a liquid blush that I forgot to use first, and I went in with the powder. So I'm gonna try to fix it by blending, but I'm not sure, y'all. But this is a cute liquid blush. I thought it was going to be a little more pigmented, but after I blended it, it was just a little too light in my liking, but we'll make it work. The thing with makeup is that you gotta trust the process, y'all. Yeah, as you guys can see here, it's a little light. I mean, it will work, but I just want something a little more pigmented because I want more of a fall-ish kind of makeup look today. This eyeshadow palette was probably my second favorite. The colors are just really nice. They have some really nice like fall shades. I like the burnt oranges. So here I'm using the one of the burnt oranges from the eyeshadow palette to just add that pigment. But you know what? I realized that I should have done the liquid blush before I even powdered my face because you're supposed to go liquid first and then move on to the powder. So I kind of did it backward. That's why I just like gave up on the liquid blush because it wasn't giving what I wanted it to give. Next time I get it right. But I was able to build from this eyeshadow, y'all. I feel like it's now giving me that pigment that I want because I don't want it to be too light. I want the blush to show, if you know what I mean. So I'm just using those like darker orange just to build the cheeks and trust the process. It's gonna work in the end. You just gotta trust the process with makeup. Makeup is a science, it's an art. That's why you just gotta play. You gotta play with the colors. You gotta be patient. You gotta blend, blend, blend. I'm using that same burnt orange on my eyelid here to build that fall-ish glam. And in my inner lid, I'm going with like a lighter orange. This is more like a lighter, not orange, maybe like a lighter gold-ish type of shade. So the darker on the outer lid and the lighter on the inner lid. I feel like I fixed it a little bit. I went ahead with this like lighter, like gold-ish sparkly, and I put it in the corners here. I don't even know how visible that's really going to be, but I used it here in the corner, and I really just went ahead and just used the other brush with the darker colors. I just blended, 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 blended. I used to really think that I didn't know how to do eyeshadows or that I did not like eyeshadows. I have hooded eyes, which makes it a little more difficult for eyeshadows, but the key is to really take your time to blend, you know. And I feel like ever since I started like really taking the time to blend my eyeshadows, it's getting much better. I'm still not like a big eyeshadow person, but I've been um, getting much better with it. And some of that color is what I also put on my cheekbone to create a more pigmented um, blush. And I think this is much better. It looks good in the mirror. We'll see how it looks on camera, but let's get going. Next, we're gonna proceed with the eyebrows. This is the Elmer brow pencil. The one side is the brush, the other one is pencil. I went with a black one because the brown that they had was a little too light. I'm usually like darker brown, but I went with a light with a black, and I'm just gonna keep it light, and we're gonna make it work at the end. Girl, I don't know how you guys can do your eyebrows and talk at the same time. I have to focus when I'm doing my brows, okay? I'm not really a liquid or gel eyeliner on the bottom. I'm more of a pencil. So I'm gonna use this brow pencil because it's black. That really opens my eyes, and it really just like makes a huge difference in your makeup. It's a fall look. So I'm gonna go back with this like burnt orange one right here. The one that I kind of mix in on my upper eyelid, on my like mid eyelid, and I'm gonna put it on the bottom. So it helps cleaning up the eyeliner, and at the same time it also adds that burnt orange color on the lower lid. You always want to keep a Q-tip next to you, especially if you have like sensitive eye, like watery eye. My eyes get really watery, especially when I'm like doing my makeup. So a Q-tip like this, you just hold it in place for a few seconds. It helps stop the tears from actually like coming out and ruining your makeup. I'm not adding any more product to the sponge. I'm just like, you know, soaking in a little bit of like the oil that we got in the meantime. And now I'm gonna go ahead and set the face. I couldn't find a setting spray at the dollar store, so I'm just gonna use the one that I have. I just got this Ace Beauté or Ace Beauty from my Ipsy Boxy Charm. So we're gonna do this, and then at the end I'm gonna set with something even stronger because yogurt is oily and we need something stronger. It smells really good. It smells very like fruity. Reminds me of summertime. So I'm gonna let it dry. For lashes, I get these lash strips that I'm gonna put on. I also get a tweezer, a pink one by the brand what Tony is the brand, and I just get the regular dual lash strip. This one usually doesn't work for me very well, but this is all they had at the dollar store, and you guys know we're trying to use everything from the Dollar Tree. So this is actually pretty cool. It's like a dual lip liner. This one is like a purple-ish, and this is more of a pink. We're gonna try to do the pink. Since I'm wearing pink today, I think it will go nicely. It's very pink though. I've never done a pink lip liner. It's very thick. I should have probably moisturized my lips first because they kind of dry. Well, I was talking to the camera while it was off this whole time for the past like 2 minutes, but I usually just overline my lips in the middle because I have full lips. I don't need to overline the whole thing. And this LA Color Lip Duo is one side is a red lipstick, one side is a lip gloss. I already have the pink. I feel like the pink will go a little more, so let's try the lip gloss first. This smells really good. It smells almost like cherry or something, like candy. It smells really, really good. I'm just gonna go a little bit and just put a little bit of the red. So we're gonna put a little bit of red in the middle. And in the middle, I'm just gonna tap with my finger. I don't want like super glossy lips. I want them to look moisturized, but not too shiny. It actually turns out really good. So we're just gonna clean up the borders. I actually like the lips. This is totally my vibe. So I'm gonna go one more time and tap. Let's get the excess oil. I'm gonna turn it around and go over my brows. There you go. Turn it back around. Tap, tap, tap. I'm gonna go back on with the bronzer. Remember the bronzer that was like a goldish kind of, it's very like goldish, but it have a little shine. So I'm just gonna put it right here. as a highlight. I'm gonna put some of it here too, and here a little bit, yeah, actually done. I think this is pretty good for a dollar store. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set the face one more time. This is it. This is a final makeup look, soft glam look from the Dollar Tree. This is actually insane. I would have never thought that I can actually find a full face of makeup at the dollar store. That's really, really crazy. I would like to hear from you in the comment section. I'm so impressed. Are you as impressed as me? Of course, if this tutorial was helpful, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Also follow me on all my other platforms, and I'll see you in the next video.